Okay, here's my 3D drawing program that I'm working on. Okay, here's where it starts. As you can see, uh, and some variables, some publics, formulas, and key, and a bunch of comments that I commented out of my program. Uh, but we want to draw, so we created a public draw sub here, and we activated that with a button, and you can see the code, and it does whatever with the button, and that's on a timer, and the timer calls up the animate function after you hit the button, and then you can click on the image and disable it, and then, but for right now, I got a mouse move that I'm using to test out the draw commands that I want to draw 3D images with. So basically, I use the mouse event args and the graphics control, and I go down and I do this right here, and as you can see, and then I go all the way down here, end using and sub, and that's pretty much it. So if you want to start drawing, you need to go up here and get your system IO system, and put you in some points, some rectangles, some brushes, some bitmaps, some GS graphics, any integers or strings that you might want to use. Uh, Public E1 as mouse event args, you might use that. Uh, that's pretty much it. Just set it up just like this, and you got it. You know, there's lots of things that you can learn. Uh, but basically, this is it. But in the end, you want functionality, so you have to identify your images with some kind of data storage. So basically, you get out here and you collect these drawing points and paint colors and stuff like that. You want to store them into a file because if you want to access that data and redraw it, then you got to go back and redraw that data. You got to call that up. You can call it up by sub, or you can just call it up by function. And you can use the draw line function to draw in your points. Um, but you really want to remember your points. You probably would want to create a public sub and have it draw specific, each public sub draw specific images to the picture box. We're going to load it up and show you kind of what it does at this point with this simple code. This is what it does. You can control that with the mouse. Kind of looks like a wall, the edge of a wall. Moving it around, move the wall around, you know, kind of like that. And it draws. That's like 3D vectors motioning. And there's no such thing as computer 3D, actual 3D, but it's the illusion of 3D. So basically, you start with a wireframe, and you gotta record each point, each vector as a data structure, as a structure in your image, and you want to call a sequence. So if you know that you have a sequence that's planned out, you got to sequence a lot of code, a lot of. You could do it with subs, or you could do it with actual grids. You could do it with just drawing rectangles and boxes, images, and text, and lines, and curves, and dots, and pixels. You could draw it all out. You could tell the mouse move to sequence automatically by the location of the mouse to sequence all of the images based on if statements, case statements, try and catch statements. You can enter in text box information or any criteria. You could use a mouse click. You can use a mouse down location, XY coordinates. You can sequence this whole thing into practically a 3D animated video game. So I mean, it's pretty simple. So this is kind of how 3D works. It's a matter of automating an algorithm, kind of like this one. It's a real simple algorithm. It can get a lot more complex. An algorithm can be huge. It can be infinite, and it can do all sorts of things. And that's kind of what computers do. They work off of algorithms. So computers want big algorithm. So I mean, it could even turn things into a real 3D object, and you could produce like if you could make energy and atoms with a computer system and a machine. Essentially, you could use a computer to create an entire world. So that'd be pretty neat, wouldn't it? But this is my video on basic drawing and 3D animation.